right, Irving, I got a lot on my mind that's not good, and you're going to help me discuss some of the issues that's going on with the New York Metropolitans, okay?
I'm going to give it my best shot.
All right. So yesterday's game, total disaster. We got 7 strong innings from Jonathan Nice. Mets are winning 2-1.
Nice was nice.
Nice was very nice. It was a Nice cake.
Nice was nice.
It was, absolutely. But the problem was we get to the 8th inning, and Jerry Manuel, he's got his flavor of the week. He's got his Takahashi coming in. And things are going well. He gets the first 2 guys out. But then, you know, the Mets love to do the 2-out walk thing. That's what's been going on lately. That's a favorite. That's like...
You know, you got to get the people interested and make it exciting.
I know. You like drama, right?
Yeah,
That's really what the Mets fans love, right?
Drama king.
So we get to that Takahashi walks. I don't remember. Who did he walk? Do you remember, Dad?
No.
You don't remember?
Useless.
Matter. Thanks, Dad.
But he walked the guy.
Yeah. And so, Manuel decides, I'm going to bring in Manny Acosta because that's what you think, exactly.
Like, wow, look how good he was before.
Right.
The guy knocked out
everybody. So,
tremendous pitcher.
Immediately, I'm going to tell you what went on in
How old was he, 18?
Manny Acosta?
Yeah.
No, I don't, he like 25 maybe? I'm not sure. He was an Atlanta Brave before he came here. I don't know.
He was the perfect guy for that job.
Exactly, perfect guy. So
he couldn't beat it.
Actually, my dad and I were discussing, right when that happened, I go, all right, this makes a lot of sense. We both said, K-Rod could come in for a 4-out save, right? I'd take that right about now.
No question about it.
And, you know, and at this point, you know about my vitamin water strike, right? How I'm not drinking a vitamin water until the Mets win 2 games in a row.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know this? This is a development. It's been going on since last Saturday. And so I'm thinking I'm coasting. I know. I'm thinking I'm coasting along in this game. When it was 2-0, I was like, I see vitamin water in my future. I know it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was going to change my new streak. I was going to say, forget the Mets winning back-to-back games. I'm just waiting for David Wright to not strike out in back-to-back games.
David Wright never disappoints. He always manages to swing at the ball bouncing.
No. But let's get back. We're just going to get back to the game. We'll get to David Wright in a little bit. There's plenty to discuss about David Wright and K-Rod. Plenty. All right, so we're back in the 8th inning. We bring in Manny Acosta because it makes so much sense. It's like, duh, of course we're going to do that.
Jerry's got to go.
Jerry's got to go. All right. So he brings in Acosta, and then he throws a wild pitch at Tulowitzki. It was Troy Tulowitzki who was up, right?
Wild pitch was that.
All right, and then it was like, all right, time to walk him to load the bases.
At least if he hit the guy.
For Melvin Mora.
I mean,
no, but then
to walk him intentionally.
And then you get Melvin Mora. For Mets fans, you know, nothing wrong. He was all right for us. Don't hate him.
Loading the bases when the forced-in run means the game.
Right.
Nothing
so you load the bases for Melvin Mora. Melvin Mora who? Yeah, because you think Melvin Mora Grand Slam, that's his middle name. He's definitely going to hit a Grand Slam. And what does he do? He hits a Grand Slam.
He's the guy we need, a good veteran player.
Good, right. So he hits the Grand Slam. The game becomes, what was that at that point? 4-1 is 5. 5-2. So it became 5-2. And basically...
That's not the finish.
That's not the finish. But when that happened, I think, did we like look at each other and just go like, Dad, what did we do?
Ridiculous.
They let Acosta in for
one of the worst moves I've ever seen.
It was horrible. And I was like, there goes the vitamin water strike. It continues on.
Everybody says the same thing. It's no big-time strategy. I mean, it's like normal for Jerry Manuel to make a move like that.
Right.
The guy's job is on the line, you know?
Oh, he got to go.
No, I mean, it's a very...
There's no reason for it. I mean, what is the reason? He's overworked? Too many pitches?
Why, K-Rod? Well, the reason in the papers...
He could have gotten out that guy with 2 or 3 pitches, and then maybe 10 pitches in the 9th inning. In an ideal situation.
Well, I don't know necessarily that he was going to get Tulowitzki out, but...
In a 4-out, doesn't matter.
All right. You guys are sounding like a male version of The View. Simmer down, boys.
I mean, if he was 40 years old, maybe there's a reason for it.
Right, 28-year-old guy. He's young. Got 62 saves with the Angels in 2008. He can handle this.
Just ridiculous.
All right. So, I'm reading in the papers before, and they're actually discussing this, and the reason Manuel gave him the papers was, he goes, because I'll try to do my best Jerry voice, he goes, guys, I just couldn't let him pitch it because yesterday he pitched, and I don't like to have a 4-out or a 5-out save, the day after.
What he said?
That's what he said.
I wouldn't listen to him even.
Because that's what he said. All right, so we're still in the top of the 8th. It becomes 6-2 because Manny Acosta was like, I might as well get another run in there to add. Let Colorado look even better. Let's go. All right, and then the Mets can't do anything in the bottom of the 8th.
Leaving.
I have to leave. I have dentist appointment.
The Mets can't do anything.
She'll walk home. She's okay.
I'll take her home.
She's okay.
I'll take you home.
Okay, we're talking about the Mets. Okay, whatever. I'll walk
keys?
home. You'll drive.
You got
Yeah,
your
my
keys?
keys. Absolutely. All right.
Bernie, one shot.
Irving, you have like ADD here.
You want me to take this to the car?
Yes.
Yeah, take it.
Irving, back to the Mets. You have ADD now, okay? Back to the Mets. So we're going. The Mets can't do jack shit in the 8th or the 9th inning. And I love how I just said that while a baby walked by. Perfect timing. Okay, so the Mets can't do anything in the bottom of the 8th, bottom of the 9th. It's horrible. David Wright has struck out. He got his golden sombrero, which, you know, I bet he would look good with a real sombrero on his head. Probably would. I can't envision him not looking good with that. But, you know,
He's the vitamin water guy?
he's the vitamin water, so that's why he really just never wants me to drink vitamin water again.
Why?
No, but it's depressing. I would never boo David Wright. I couldn't. That would be something that's not in my nature. But after that 4th strikeout, you know, everybody in Citi Field pretty much was like...
disappoint. He comes up with a strikeout like it's normal.
I know. Well, the thing that we got to get back to David Wright was after his 3rd strikeout. I'm pretty sure it was the 3rd. Did you see him? Were you watching the game when he? Okay.
I didn't see that.
He goes into the dugout and he goes crazy. He like takes his bat and he's showing that he does know how to swing the bat. I mean, he does. But he almost hits Frenchie. It's like
Did he throw things around?
No, he smashed his bat against like the bench or something. I don't know. It was really upsetting to see. You don't want to see players you really idolize going a little
throw your bat
apeshit.
down and that's it.
Yeah.
And your helmet.
No, Beltran the other day did the same thing pretty much. It's really upsetting and it hurts to watch these guys you really respect and like look up to.
Yeah, really bad news.
All right, so the game, we get a 6-2 final, and I've been the kind of person who, I don't know why, has just kept thinking they got a big run in them, they're going to do it, especially after Pelfrey and the Mets won 2 nights ago. I said, maybe I'm not looking so foolish, maybe they're going to get something going and make a run for the National League East. Show Atlanta, Philly, maybe they can somehow go on a total collapse. Not looking like that's happening. I mean, in any way.
They just can't win back-to-back games. It's
they can't, no.
Virtually
Since
impossible.
June 22nd and June 23rd, you know, it just doesn't make any sense because they're pitching. I mean, I was listening to the WFAN this morning and like Boomer and Carton were saying like the way their pitching's been going, they should be in National League East winning this division with no problem. But when you got a bullpen like they've had and managerial moves sometimes that just aren't adding up, it's impossible.
What else did Carton say? Did he finally give up, Carton?
Carton, I don't know. He probably mentioned something about Alyssa Milano. I'm not sure.
Okay.
He's getting on my nerve lately with this. I can't really listen to him talk about the Mets. Okay. Well, the thing we're going to talk about before we end this, we got to get to K-Rod. We got this big thing that happened after the game where he attacked his father-in-law. And most people think it has to do with, he probably was maybe something to do with actually not getting to play the game. And I don't know what the father-in-law said. Did he say like, oh, Jerry Manuel's so smart, I wouldn't have let you play either. Maybe he said that, or maybe he, you know, I don't know what the deal was. There's not reports on that. They haven't even released in the papers who this guy actually is his name. We just know he's the father of K-Rod's wife.
Post right now and find out.
Well, we can't because it's in my dad's car, so we can't.
I can post in my car.
Oh, you do. Okay, so this is what happened, and it said that K-Rod actually did this around children, possibly by the clubhouse. And so my dad before, remember the joke he made where he said something like, he was like, David Wright wanted to get in on the action too, but he swung and he missed everybody. I hate it. I can't make fun of David that much. And the other thing he said, remember this one? This was great. The only thing K-Rod will be closing tonight is a cell door this afternoon, not night.
Another good one.
No. But we only can make jokes like this because it's the only way that it keeps your mind somewhat sane with these kind of games.
Was he wearing his goggles during the fight?
Well, my friend Mara and I discussed this, and she's pretty certain he probably attacked the father with those goggles. And I think he definitely...
So that means if you're wearing the goggles, you can't hit a man with glasses.
You can't, right?
No.
I don't know. That's something we're really going to have to do a big investigation on about the goggles. Well, we're running out because YouTube only lets us have about 10 minutes. So we got about 40 more seconds now. So the Mets season, you think I should call it quits and just watch the games but have no expectations because possibly they'll stay at 500, possibly they'll play.
I think you're going to be better off if you let it play out by itself. You can't anticipate anything because it's bad news.
If Oliver Perez starts again Saturday against Halladay, that's a possibility that's going on because Takahashi's not going to start then because he's been pitching in the 8th.
Perez is a mental case.
He's a mental case, but you know what? The chances are he might be starting, and that's going to be a little crazy.
There's only one answer left for you.
We got to shut this off. We got